think you were talking about AI when you were commenting in the chat, right?
Yeah.
And I love your name, White Man. It's pretty dope.
Nah, like my face was triggering people, so I decided, you know what, I'm gonna just lean into it. But I really don't troll though. I actually don't. I really just chill. Like I have regular conversations, but whatever. So yeah, I forget. It was something that y'all were talking about AI, and I think I fell somewhere in the middle, but I forget the exact point I was gonna make. But it's all good.
In the chat, I read where you said that you agree with everything I was saying except for one point. I was curious to know if you remember what that one point was. Maybe me saying that might jog your memory, it might not. It's not a big deal.
Yeah. So basically, I do remember now. So you were talking about how, like the other people in the conversation were kind of disagreeing. Like they were saying, AI can't even do this, it can't even do that. And you're like, no, y'all don't understand. Like it not only can do that, but it's already doing that. And while you acknowledge that, the Roger had made the point that, listen, we've recovered from these sorts of changes every time, which I agree with. But you basically responded that, look, I get that, but this is unprecedented, right? So I agree with you on that. I think that the one place where I disagree is that I fall somewhere in the middle because all of the people that were responding saying AI can't do this, AI can't do that, I think that's very, very misleading. Tech is actually kind of like my background before I started doing what I do now. So I have a kind of foot in, foot out of the tech world. But I think people are very much misunderestimating the application and how broad the applications of this is going to be and how many jobs it will replace. And it's not even like debatable. It's not even a question. Especially if you're a person that is pro capitalism. Listen, if I'm a company and I want to make money and I want to keep my costs low, AI is going to be my number one goal right now. Anything that I can automate and make less cheap to make it happen, I'm going to do that. I don't give a fuck about your humanity. Like, I want to hire humans. I'm sure there's going to be some companies that do that, but let's be honest. Like, that they're not. They're going to do what makes the most fucking money at the end of the day. So I think the only place where I disagree with you, and I think Roger has kind of a point. When it comes to kind of historically how these things work, like what happened to all the telephone operators? What happened to all the people that serviced payphones? You know what I'm saying? We have all of these examples of ways where what actually ends up happening is the jobs that are needed just tends to shift. So I think that it's just not so doomsday scenario for me. I do have a little bit of optimism, and that's one place where I do agree with Edward. I do agree with just human will and just the ability of us as a society to kind of figure things out to some extent. But it's definitely it would be due to us shifting how we operate in society, not due to we're just gonna hire people because it's the right thing to do. Like corporations, companies that are trying to make a profit, and especially if you're publicly traded, with your literal fiduciary duties to your shareholders, you have to do that. You will literally, the board is going to remove you if you don't utilize AI and utilize everything that's available to you. I mean, you have a legal obligation to do that. So I think
there's a lot. Dwight, there's a lot of executives that don't do what's in the best interest of the shareholders. I can assure you.
Oh yeah, and I'm being a little bit hyperbolic, but I'm just saying, I think you're, as a CEO, as one of the people that's running a company, your shareholders are gonna definitely be looking at you a certain way if